Okay, I have everything kind of laid out how I'm going to want it to be. I did that, without film because it can take a long time to decide where you want your flowers to be on when you're doing a project, and I didn't need you to sit here and watch me for 10 minutes trying to figure out where I was going to put everything. So I went ahead and then laid everything out kind of like how I want it to be. It could change. Nothing's glued down yet, but just to give you a rough idea of how I want the layout to be. Of course, I used a 49 in Market Flowers, and some of these are from my stash that I have, and the pretty little butterfly. And then I have these little flat back pearls that you can get at J&S Hobbies and Crafts. That's where I got these. And I was going to put one up here, and then I was going to put two on the little part of the hook and eye for my closure. I was going to just stick one on each one of these, like that. So that would look like that. Now on the bird cage, there's little holes in the bottom, and I was going to use this Nuvo drops and put those in the little holes. I've never used this before, so I'm practicing on this one over here. You can see off to the right. I'm letting them set up because I wasn't sure how they were going to be, because since I've never used this before. Now liquid pearls I've used, and they will go flat. These I'm seeing don't do that, which is totally awesome. And so I'm really glad about that. So I'm just going to let those set up and see how they look, and if I like it, I'll be putting them in the little holes at the bottom of the little bird cage here. Now on some of the flowers that I used, like this little cluster right here, that is from the Tim Holtz bouquet. The white ones, I just took, as a matter of fact, I just cut out a little cluster like this, and I took the milled lavender ink with my little daubler, and I just went around, and I'm just lightly, just coloring them. So I just pull one out so I can get it real good, and then I just color it. And that's what I'm doing for some of these, the white ones. And I'll just do that on some of them. So that's what I did on a couple of these here. And I'm trying to think of what else I have that I'm doing here. Nope, it's mainly just doing that right now. So I am going to remove everything, and then I'm going to glue it all down, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And the reason I'm not gluing it and filming it at the same time is because I need to tilt the album really close to me so I can see what I'm doing, and I really need to get close into it because I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting and a lot of rearranging and things like that. But just to give you a rough idea of how it's going to look, that's kind of like, and it could change. I have a few other things that I might add into it. I had a little packet of these little, let me see if I can get these out here so you can see them, little sprays. I can even, these, how do you get it? Here we go. Yeah, I should have done this first. This is why I don't like to do this part filming. And they're the right color. And I thought maybe I could add, I might stick one of these in here too, that I haven't decided yet. So, but I did pull those out because I did have those. And yeah, so that's what I'm looking at right now. I was thinking to maybe even put some of this trim around here on the frame, but that's something I should have done way before I glued this on the front. So I'm not going to do that because I thought about it, but it could be too messy for me to try to do that while it's cemented on the album cover. But if that's something you wanted to do, all you need to do is run a strip of glue around and then just place this all the way around your frame. You can do that also. I also thought maybe to do this, but then I changed my mind and decided to do the Nuvo drops instead. So I'm going to play with the Nuvo drops. But yeah, so let me take everything off, put everything back on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I've got all flowers in. So this is what it turned out, like this. So this is how it is. Yeah, I did use the little crystal drops on those. But this is what it is, and I got the butterfly. And I found this little purple flower that I had in my stash. I put that there. I was originally going to put a little pearl there, but I thought the little purple flower looked nice. And then we've got a little flower arrangement here. And that's what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. I've also found these real little flowers that I had. And I haven't decided yet, put a little cluster of maybe 3 right in here. So I'm thinking about that. I haven't decided yet. So that might be in the future or at the end after we finish embellishing inside the album. So let me clear up just a little bit here, and then we'll start working on our embellishing inside the book. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I decided to do on the inside, just got it propped up here with my little punch so it doesn't lay all the way flat, is I'm going to take some of the lace and I'm going to put it over like this, and I'm going to do it also on the other flap too. I'm going to also do it on here. So they both are going to be the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lace across, and then I'm going to take some of the bling on the roll and I'm going to put that on top of the lace, and only on this flap over the flip I'm going to place a little flower like that. So that's what I'm going to do on this page. On this page here I have 3 little teeny flowers. I just might stick 3 little flowers in the corner like that. And that's all I'm going to do for this page, because it doesn't really need anything else. It's just really pretty just like that. And with the border punch the way it is, that's a real pretty page. So I don't need to cover it up with anything. The inside I'm going to leave plain also. Now on the waterfall, if you wanted to cut out strips of your paper and stick them in between each one, I think they're about a 3/8 of an inch. That'll fit right in here. So you can probably do that if you wanted to, but I'm going to actually leave mine white. And I'm not going to do anything else on that page either, so I'm going to leave it like that. So I'll just be adding the flowers here, some lace and bling here on these 2. On here I was thinking about adding a pearl, but then when I was closing it I didn't like the way it was looking, so I'm just going to leave this the way it is here. Because it's going to have a little tag in it and everything, so that's going to be fine. So that's what I'm going to go do, and when I have it all finished I'll show you how it turned out. Okay, this is what I came up with these. Like I said, I only did the 3 flowers up in the corner here, and I'm leaving, the rest underneath. I'm just going to leave that the same. Okay, and over here, I put the lace with the bling and the little flower here. This was a white flower that I inked with the milled lavender. So I did that. And then this one, I did it with the lace and the bling on the roll. And on this one, on this little page here, I just added a little strip of lace here, and I took one of my little flowers that I had, but I have to pull the stamen out. The little stamen here, I have to take that out because it was a little bit too big, so I might go back later and drop in a little piece of Nuvo drop in there, but I'll do that later because I want to continue working on my book, and I don't want to, because that's going to need time to dry. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done so far. So this is what we've got. So now we just need to go on to page 3 and 4. So let me take a look and see what I'm going to do on these pages, and I'll show you what I've come up with. Okay, this is what I came up for these 2 pages. They're not really embellished very much. I just put a little flower on the corner of each of these little side pockets, little corner pockets. And then on this one I put some of the bling on the roll, another flower like that. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do with these 2 pages. I'm going to leave everything pretty much the same because it looks pretty with the decorative cut out on the paper and everything. And then a tag's going to go in here and some picture mats. And this is going to look really nice with a picture here with a little sentiment up there. And then for this side you can just get your picture. I gotta look. And your picture will just slide in the little corners you know, whatever size picture you want in there. And that's really all these 2 pages need. So yeah, because you need to be aware that pictures go on these pages, so you really shouldn't, you know, put too much. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do with these 2 pages here. I'll be right back. Okay, for these 2 pages, what I think I'm going to do for now is I'm going to leave everything the way it is right now. I'm going to put some bling on the roll across the pocket and add one of these little bows that I have. You can make your own little bow with ribbon and just, you know, do that. But these are pre-made bows. I didn't make these. And I would just do that right now. For now, this is as far as I'm thinking right now. I'm not really sure what I want to do with these 2 flip outs right now. So, and yeah, so this is what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to get those on. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, I went ahead and added some rosebuds around, you know, on either side of the bow. I put the bling on and the bow, and then I just added some little rosebuds. I just made a little cluster of 3 and just put them around. And I did that on both of these. So that's how these pockets are going to look on these pages. So that was what we got so far. So now we just need to go over to these pages, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I came up with these 2 pages. I put one of the little butterflies right here. And on this page, I cut out some more of the bird cages. I have 2 together here on this one. And that's all I'm going to be able to put on this page because of the magnet. This page has to be totally flat, or else my magnet, I tried to put a little bead up there, but it wouldn't work because the magnet wasn't closing. So I'm going to leave this totally flat. I might cut out a flower and stick that on there just to, that way it'll be perfectly flat. So I might do that for that page. So now we're going to go over to this page here. Now this page, on the gatefold, I'm not going to do anything with the gatefold page because that's perfect just the way it is. I really don't want to put anything more on that. On this page, remember I told you before I was going to cut out this little house to go in there because it was so plain? So I cut out the house, or the cottage I should say, and I'm going to set it down just like that. So that's how that's going to look. So that's what we're going to do. So let me just glue that down. And I'm going to glue it totally flat down, so it's not going to be as a little tuck spot. I'm going to glue it totally flat. So let me do that. Okay, well on this page I didn't find a flower, but I did find a real pretty butterfly to cut out and put on there. So I just cut out the butterfly and I put a little Wink of Stella on there. So that's what I did for that. So I think that looks really nice, and it's nice and flat. So there's no problem with my magnet. And then on this page, I just added some lace, some of the real pretty, I think it's the flapper lace, some more of the bling on the roll, and this flower here. Now this flower had some really big beads in the center. These really big beads, and I really didn't care too much for that, so I took them out, and I put one of these little flowers in the center in its place. One of these little ones here, I just cut it and just stuck it in there like that. So that's much better. I like that better. And then on here for the little, on this I just cut out, well I just put 3 little flowers on that for the closure. And since this is just made just for photos, I'm going to leave that just like that. We'll just add photos there. And then a nice big photo can go right here too. So I'm going to leave that just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the book and I'm going to go through it one more time and see if I want to add anything else, because sometimes it's good just to take a little break and then come back and see if I want to add anything else to it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to come back and I'll go through the pages and see if I want to add anything. If I do, then I'll let you know. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I'm finished with all my embellishments. I went back through and I added a few more things, so let me show you what I've done here. Well, I did put the little 3 flowers on the side that I thought I was going to do, and I also put a little flat back pearl on the top of the frame there. So that's really all I've done. Everything else is the same as far as the outside of the album goes. Now inside I did do a little bit more I just got to remember everything I've done. On here, I did add a lace trim on that. That I did do on that one, but no bling, because I don't have the room for that, so I just added that. And I do believe that was the same. On here, I added bling down on the bottom, bling on the top, and this little cluster of flowers right here on that. So I did that on this page. On this one, I removed the bow and added flowers in the place of the bow. I wasn't too happy with the bow, but I like the flowers better, so I took the bows off and added the flowers. So that's what I did on these two pages. Okay, on this page, I added some lace, some bling, and a butterfly. And then I made a little flower cluster right here on that one. And I think that was, yeah, that was all I did on that. Yeah, I didn't do anything else. And these two pages were left the same. I didn't do anything for those. And this page, I added some lace, some bling, and a flower. And then I added some little flowers. I don't know if we did that one together. I can't remember. Well, anyway, this is what. And this is it. So now all we have to do is to do the closure. We need to close this up. So what I need to do is to just thread some ribbon through this. And we'll get this all closed up, and then the album will be finished. The only thing left to do will be the photo mats, and you can just do those however you do your photos. We'll get this threaded through. Come on, it works. I'll bring it around that room. Just make sure it's even on both sides. Is that how I wanted it? I wanted it to be. Let's see if I can flip it. Because I wanted the lace. Yeah, I know I wanted the lace to, but I wanted the scallop edge of the lace to be down this way. So that's what I'm trying to do. So put that in. Okay, I'm going to stand this up to do this part. Let's see if I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I just need to find out. I need to make it even, so I need to step back. I think that's going to be even right there. So we unhook that. That way we can lay this down. Now the tricky part. Getting this open and getting a little dab of glue in there. So that's where I want it, right here. Hope I'm not in your way. I'm just going to let that set for a minute. Oh, a little bit more. Sticking to my fingers. So I need to see what I'm going to put on top of that. That I did not decide yet. I don't know if I want to put a little bow there or not. I might be able to put the little bow that I took off there. I just need to let that glue set up a little bit more. Let me see what I got here. I'll latch it and see. Whoops, come on. twisted. And then I'm just going to let that set up a little bit more. And then I'm just going to put that little bow right there. And then I'll trim some of this excess off. So we'll let that set. I'll just let that go like that. So the album is finished. So this is what we've done. Everything's came out real pretty. It really did. So when you make yours, I want to see what you did. I really like to see your finished album too. Very good. So I'm just going to let that set up, and then I'll put the little ribbon on. And then I just need to make some photo mats and some tags. And yeah, so we're all done. So this album is complete. I want to thank you so much for going through the tutorial with me, and I look forward to doing another one. And I'll be talking to you again soon. Bye for now.